Brasenose somewhere. Oh, there it is. Scholars of the China Oxford Scholarship Fund and friends of the fund, welcome to Brasenose. My name is Bill Swadling. I'm one of the law tutors here and a professor of law in the faculty. And it's very appropriate that I think we're meeting in Brasenose because this fund originated back in 1992. It was set up by some Oxford grads in Hong Kong, and two of those were Brasenose alums. David Akers-Jones, who was chief executive of Hong Kong, and told me, I don't know whether it's true, he said, I built the new territories, but I don't know how true that was, and then became acting governor before Chris Patten took over, your predecessor, and then also Rory Nicholas, who I remember as a racing driver, but I don't. He must have done other things other than that. And he ran a bar later on in the years. He ran a bar down in Stanley, and I always used to go down and be regaled with his stories sitting on the seafront, which is great memories. So both of those were founding members of the COSF. Pete Sunderland, who's here, is also a Hong Kong veteran and also a Brasenose alum, read engineering here. And the links don't stop. So our chairman of the UK
COSF
Trust,
UK, yeah?
Yes, is
Nicholas Dennis, he's our chairman.
Dennis, who read PPE here, I think, rather than law, but he's a KC, so the links go on and on. I thought maybe it might be useful just to say something about the fund itself, because not everybody will know, even though those of you who have received scholarships from us don't necessarily know the history. So as I said, it was set up in 1992. By some Oxford alums. The thinking was, well, why don't we just put some money together and pay for students in Hong Kong to study in Oxford. We had a great time in Oxford, so why don't we try and help out people in Hong Kong to come and have a similar experience. Once the handover happened, the remit was extended also to students from the mainland. And so we've been going since, well, you do the maths, it's 33 years, which is a very long time. We should also notice that COSF is now a registered charity from 2005 in the UK, and that was the initiative of Timothy Beardson. And I'm very pleased to welcome Peregrine Beardson, who's Timothy's son. Timothy was also a Hong Kong businessman and also was a very great supporter of the fund and chair of the UK trustees until his untimely death in 2020. Since the fund was established, we've given over 400 scholarships worth £2.1 million, which is quite amazing when you think that none of this money comes from either the Chinese government. We're often accused by the student press of being the front for Beijing, but not a single penny comes from the Chinese government. It all comes from donations, and we hope when you, in your success later on, are looking back and thinking, well, maybe I should give some money back. We'd certainly be very happy to accept it. It comes from donations and also sponsors. And in terms of some of our sponsors, we've had the Westminster Foundation, the Wolfson Foundation, Garfield Western Foundation, C. Hoare & Co., HSBC, OUP, and Standard Chartered Bank, and Coots & Co. So that's something about the scholarship. Obviously, the thing we're really interested in is in the scholars, and you all arrived in September, so you've now settled into Oxford, hopefully, and are all enjoying your courses.